Okay guys, hey, welcome back. And for this session, I'm just gonna use my Koh-i-Noor Tech Pen to do some gray tones. So in the old days, they used to use the Zipatone, but I'm just gonna use Tech Pen size. It doesn't matter what size, it's just your preference. But this one, I'll just show you the cap. It's the 0.08, and I am just gonna do a bunch of lines, and I'll try not to hit the camera. And it doesn't have to be perfect. In fact, it probably would look better if it was not perfect. So I'll try to keep it centered on the camera, but if I move, sorry. Start with this little guy. Oops, so my pen dried out. Darn pen always dries out. Okay, here we go. And you can use, again, I always say you can use brush or your nib too. You can always do the same thing. I'm using the Tech Pen because just so I can keep going, I don't have to dip. I don't use Tech Pens very often. And sometimes if I want a little more variation in the line thickness, I might use a brush. And if I want to get more of a, like a finer gray or lines, I might use the nib. And then I would sometimes kind of double up the lines. But I'm way off camera. Sorry guys. There we go. Okay, I'm back. And I hope, let's see, hope I'm not just recording my knuckles here. So I know that a few of you have said you're going to go out and buy the Tech Pen, which are very expensive. Inking tools are not cheap. Brush is expensive. Tech Pens are expensive. Nibs are probably the cheapest, and they all work the same. And no matter what, you have to give yourself time to learn to use the tools. So don't pick up something and say, oh my goodness, this is not for me, it's not working. Give yourself some time, because no matter what, I think it's always a benefit to learn to use a little everything, because they all come in handy, and sometimes it's kind of fun to play around. You might get a different look, or sometimes it's fun to just jump from tool to tool. Or, traveling, it might be easiest to just bring a Tech Pen instead of like your whole brush and ink and inkwell and all that. If you have to work when you're traveling. And if you're an inker, you always have to work, so if you're traveling, you will most likely have to bring your work with you. But so now I'm just going in and just you can just skip over these little things, or go right through and come back with the white if you want, whatever you want to do. But that's it. Just giving it some gray tones using your Tech Pen. And if you want to get extra fancy, have a little more fun, you can always go in with the smaller tech pen. I've got, this one is, it's upside down, 0.30, and go in, and I'll try to zoom in here. Okay, try not to make you guys dizzy. You can, I'm not holding the camera with one hand and inking with the other, so sorry if I'm moving a lot. Sometimes, you've seen me do these silly double line things. Just, if you just want to play around with it a little bit more. Or, let's see. See, I told you I can't talk and ink at the same time. I think I'm getting better though, guys. Alright. So that's it for now. And I'll see about getting better at this recording and talking thing. And let me know what else you'd like to see. Most of these will be somewhat on backgrounds because I can't show you the current stuff that I'm working on, so the background is kind of vague enough where I can show it. Okay, so here it is. Have fun with your tech pens or whatever you want to play with, and play with your gray tones. And I'll see you next time. Thanks, guys.